Hello, everybody.
Hello, hello.
All right. I know it takes a second for the live to actually start, for everybody to actually find us. So, as you're jumping on, make sure that you do have a piece of paper and a pen because this is one of those trainings you're going to want to take notes. You're going to want to write things down. You're going to want to tag a friend, tag your recruiter, let them know that you're here. Those of you that have a new recruit that should be on here, why don't you go ahead and tag them here? Why don't you go ahead and send them the link? Maybe even put the link into one of your chats that you're in, because this is a training that's great not only for new stylists, not only for returning stylists that maybe are rejuvenating their business, but some of you may even just want to watch this as a refresher. Maybe you've been here, but you haven't used some of the resources that we have, or you hadn't made it a priority to earn rich rewards in the past, and now you want to earn them. Whatever it is, you can never go wrong with watching this training. So welcome on, everyone. My name is Michelle Zito. I am your company vice president, and I am here with Senior Division Jennifer Ewert.
Hello, hello.
So this is a coast-to-coast training. For those that don't know, I am located in New York. Jen is in California. And we are here tonight to help you get your business off to an amazing start. Or, like I said, to refresh it. And my job as your company VP is to help you have all the resources that you need to help to train you and to cheer you on so that you can earn everything that you are looking to earn here with your new business. So let's start out of the gate hard with how to make money, because I feel pretty certain that you all joined this business to make money. So we're starting off strong here with how you get paid. All right. So you've probably heard the term net and non, or you've seen it in some of the literature, or you've seen N/N, right? How many of you have seen net and non in some of the materials? That's the first thing that we want to share with you, which of course involves knowing how our sale works. So Jen, take it away with net and non.
All right, you got it. So put a 1 in the comments if you have ever shopped a Park Lane's sale, our 2 and 4 sale. I'm sure many of you have, but let's kind of break that down from a business standpoint of what that means. So our 2 and our 4, right? You have your 2 low-priced items, you have your 4 half-price items. Then sometimes there are variations of adding on bonus items for that $35. So what does that all mean? So our 2 and 4, all right, full price and half price, those are all considered net. Okay, net is what you're going to see reflected on your paycheck each and every week that you submit your sales. Okay, so that's what you're getting paid on. So your full price items and your half price items, you will see, okay? Your non are things like your bonus item, all right? And those are really important. So you're not going to see them dollar amount on your paycheck of getting paid on the non. However, we are going to share with you why the non is really important in a moment. So stick around for that. But let's talk about style drops, right? How many of you have ever purchased any of our style drops before? Specific color impression bracelet. Or sometimes there's just a fun extra piece that drops throughout any given season. And that requires a purchase before you can unlock that special deal of the style drop, right? So it could be, for example, with a $40 purchase, then you're unlocking a $40 bracelet, let's say, okay? Your net that you're getting paid on is the first, that $40 purchase, the regular item purchase. Then the non would be any of those pieces that Park Lane has put on sale for our customers to shop. The special color impression bracelets, special jewelry drops, things like that, okay? But again, both of those are important because those help us to have those returning customers and those maybe impression obsessed people, right? So those will come back to us, and you're getting paid on the initial purchase, and then the other is not. Okay, so that's another example. How about our host order? Right? How many of you have hosted a party with your stylist or your recruiter, right? And you have gotten all of the benefits of hosting. Maybe you're right in the middle of hosting your first launch party and you're getting all of those host rewards, right? So let's break down those, right? You're getting a thank you item or a bonus item in your host rewards. You're getting 4 additional half price items. You can still take advantage of those monthly specials or those style drops on your host rewards as well. So you can have net and non even on your host rewards. So your thank you item and your style drops still non, but if your host is taking advantage of their 50% off items, those are also net, and they're going to see that reflected in your paycheck. Okay, so lots of ways to be able to have net and non. Now, let's talk about probably one of my favorite things, and that is our Sparkle Box, okay? So how many of you, put a 2 in the comments if you are already a Sparkle Box subscriber, okay? Let us know that if you're already. If you're not, then make sure that you talk to your leader and ask them what the good time is for you to get that Sparkle Box coming, because when you're a Sparkle Box subscriber yourself and you're getting these pieces, that's going to help you to be better to share it and to get subscribers as well, because Sparkle Boxes are kind of in a special category, okay? First, let's just quick break down the different levels of the Sparkle Box. We have our standard box that comes with 1 piece of jewelry, comes in this really fun white box, all right? And there's 1 piece of exclusive jewelry every month. Then we have 2 additional levels, both our premium that comes with 2 pieces of jewelry, or our elite that comes with 3 pieces of jewelry, all right? $24, $39, $59 are the different price increments. And while you will not see the price on your net for your paycheck, you won't see it reflected in your paycheck. You will see it in net in the column when you're looking at your stats each week, or when at the beginning of the month when it runs. And what's really cool about these is that they do count for net when you're ready to go for a promotion. And so once you have hit your branch and you're ready to go for area and you're really working on your net goals, then the Sparkle Box does count. So going ahead and starting to talk about your Sparkle Box, getting those subscribers on board are going to help you so much in the long run as you continue to build your business here at Park Lane. So put a 3 in the comments if you are understanding what net and non means. And if you do have additional questions, you can drop them in the comments, or definitely reach out to your leader if you need some additional clarification on net and non. But now Michelle is going to talk about how you're getting paid, or not how, but when you're getting paid, because I don't know about you, but I'm so grateful for our weekly paychecks, and I want to know how they can get into my bank account.
Exactly. So that's how you get paid. So now let's talk about when. So Park Lane's pay weeks run from Thursday to Wednesday. So any given pay week begins on Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. So whatever you put in sales, submitted, meaning the party is closed and you hit submit on a party link that you have in your back office, or any order that is placed straight onto your website, not attached to a party. So if an order is placed on a party, but the party isn't sent in, that will not be included in that week's paycheck. The party needs to be submitted. Individual orders not connected to a party are run immediately and are part of that pay week. So Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday is part of your pay week. So that means that each week it is a great business habit to close whatever shows that you have open, to schedule them in such a way that by Wednesday, the party is over. You have your hostess order and you're hitting send. Now, of course, you can be the host of your own party, and then you take the host rewards and use them how you like. You can keep jewelry for yourself. You can raffle some off to winners that shopped. You can do a little of both. But either way, the best case scenario is that you are closing parties on Wednesdays. So now, how does a Park Lane month run then? So because pay weeks are Thursday to Wednesday, that means that the last Wednesday of the month ends the Park Lane month. So if we were to look at, let's say, February of 2026, all right, when is the last Wednesday in January? It's January 28th. So that means that February 2026 starts on January 29th. So 29, 30, 31, 1, 2, 3, 4. That's the first week of February. And February week 1 ends on February 4th. Then the 5th to the 11th is February week 2. And so on and so forth. So that February then ends February 25th, because that's the last Wednesday. And then February 26th through the 28th becomes part of the first week of March. So some months are 4 weeks long. Most months are 4 weeks long. And then occasionally there are 5-week months like April, where the first week of April actually begins, the first week of April is March 26th to April 1st. So that's one of those weird months that the first week of the month ends on the first day of the month in the rest of the world. But the last Wednesday in April was the 25th. So that makes the 26th and etc. all part of April week 1. And then April is a 5-week month. May we go back to 4 weeks. June is 4 weeks. And then July, a 5-week month. So again, that last Wednesday of the month ends the month, so that whatever days are left, whatever you put in after that Wednesday is part of the next month, even if it's a party that you held earlier in that month, even if orders were placed earlier in that month, because you're not getting paid on that party until it is submitted. Again, if people place an order directly onto your website, not linked to a party, then those will process right away. So how do we feel about pay weeks? We know when we're getting paid, because now, there we go. Because now that you know how you're getting paid, would you also like to earn some rich rewards? Would you also like to add free jewelry to your kit so that you can grow what you get to show on a daily and weekly basis, so that maybe you have some giveaways to use at your parties and all the ways that we love to use free jewelry? So I'm going to go ahead and share my screen so that we can show you our Rich Rewards program in our back office. So the Rich Rewards program can be found, if you want to look at the brochure, we can go to the Downloads in the Field interface and bring up our Rich Rewards brochure. Okay, so again, this is how we are earning free jewelry each month. So Jen, let's take them through the sales levels first.
You got it. So the really great thing about our Rich Rewards is now you'll see here in level 1, you see where it says N plus N that we talked about first. Now this is where the last N comes into play, because any of our contests, Rich Rewards, trips, any of the special jewelry collections that are given away from Park Lane from month to month, those things all are net and non-Mercedes bonus. And so that's where the non is still so super cool and important, because we are able to put it towards things like this. So Rich Rewards level 1. Now, when we talk about that calendar month, that part that Michelle just talked about, level 1 is the first 2 Wednesdays. So whatever you have submitted, the first and then the second Wednesday, you're going to combine those numbers. When it is $1,000 net and non or more, then you are receiving a $250 shopping spree of jewelry of your choice. Okay, so if we are looking at the February calendar, let's say, you would count anything that you've submitted by the 4th and then anything that you've submitted by the 11th, and you combine that. If you're looking at March, anything that you submitted by the 4th, oh my gosh, that's so funny. The 4th and the 11th, the same for March. So both of those numbers, you're going to count those down and put those together, okay? Now, what's cool about Rich Rewards too is that you can use them, just like Michelle said, to get some new jewelry. I also love to use Rich Rewards personally to get things that I can use as giveaways for parties or in my VIP group and things like that. So adding up these Rich Rewards, because it is cumulative and we're going to keep scrolling, you're going to see how you can add more jewelry. So level 2 of Rich Rewards, you're going to count one more Wednesday, all right? When you submit $2,500 net and non in the first 3 weeks of the month, then you will be getting some kind of piece of jewelry that is going to come out usually it's the following month. So this is one that's so great to be able to earn, because Park Lane sends it to us and then we have it when it is released. And so that way you can jump on live first and you can share it. You can take pictures of yourself in these pieces. And that way your customers are seeing you in the piece of jewelry that has just come out. And that gives you a level up. And so it's really a great way for you to be able to have more pieces coming in. And then level 3 is an entire Park Lane month. When you have done $4,000 in net and non-sales, you're getting an additional $300 shopping spree. Just by way of explanation as well, you don't have to earn level 1 to earn level 3. So if you did the 4,000, but maybe you didn't hit the 1,000 in the first 2 weeks, that's totally okay. You're still going to get level 3. So I feel like that's really important, because we have people onboarding at all different times of the month. And that's the great part about our Rich Rewards, is that no matter when you start and when you come in, there are always levels that are available for you to jump in and to earn. So depending on when you're starting, make sure you talk to your leader and let him or her know and ask them what's available for you to get earning. And then Michelle, do you want to talk about our 2 team building levels?
Absolutely, because as you're doing your shows, you're absolutely going to meet people that are interested in joining you in this business. Very often it is a hostess that wants to take advantage of the opportunity to use their show as their launch party. In fact, I'm sure that many of you watching this did that exact thing, right? Can you please put, what number are we up to that we haven't used yet? 4? Can you put a 4 in the comments if you hosted a show already and then your stylist told you, hey, we could use this as your launch party. Would you like to take advantage of keeping the paycheck on this party? Would you like to take advantage of using that paycheck to get your kit and then pick out another $500 or more in jewelry and join the team? And then you went ahead and said, yes. If that's the case, then that's exactly how you earn this type of Rich Reward, where when you have 2 personal recruits, meaning 2 people that join with you that from the beginning of the month to the end of the month, that then go on to qualify with their $1,000 in sales in their first 5 weeks, that gives you another $300 jewelry shopping spree. For many of you, that will also end up giving you a raise to branch leader, which we'll talk about in a second as well. But that's how you get the extra jewelry also. So $300 in jewelry. Of course, we're going to share with you how to also make sure that you get a 5% raise out of that for those of you that are starting stylists. And that's Rich Rewards level 4. And you can double it on up and have 4 people join your team in a month. And that would be an additional $300 for a total of $600 in team building. That was added to the $550 plus the whatever piece that was for that month. That's a total of $1,100 worth of jewelry that you are able to share with that you are able to earn every single month. Ooh, what did I just do? I meant to hit stop share. Okay. I think I did that. Okay. Wait. Now why are we like this? Hold on. Okay. All right. I hope that stopped the share because I clicked X instead of.
I think so. I think you're good.
Share. All right. I think we're okay. So let me just make sure if I click share, what happens. That's exit. Hold on. I just want to make sure that we are not showing you the wrong. I think we're okay. All right. So that is our Rich Rewards program. And we touched on it there that it's totally possible for you to get a raise really early in your business. In fact, I would venture to say that this is probably the only job you've ever had that someone told you how to get a raise your first day on the job, right? How you can get that 5% raise. So Jen, let's take them through how to get a raise.
Yeah. So our raise is really a 2-step process, and you're probably halfway or if not all the way there for that part number 1. And that is that you yourself have joined and you're going to do your first $1,000 of sales in your first 5 weeks of joining. Okay. And you're going to talk to your leader. Your leader will help you track all of that. And which is why we also love for your launch party to go in at $1,000, because then you definitely have part number 1 taken care of. Okay. Part number 2 is so fun and so easy because you're going to find someone else to do the same thing. Now that someone else very often for your first person joining is a friend or a family member. That was true for me. My bestie was like, girl, you got to do this with me. This is so much fun. And I think you'd be great at it. And how do you tell your bestie no, right? So that often is a friend or a family member. Maybe it's not, but you're going to find one person to join you, and your leader is going to do their launch party for you, just like they did for you. And then they're going to do the $1,000 in their first 5 weeks, and bam, you now have a 5% raise. That's a lifetime raise that can never be taken away from you. So if that sounds good to you, I think we're at number 5, which works for 5% raise. And if you're like, yes, I want that 5% raise ASAP, put a 5 in the comment and tag your leader so that we know that you are ready for your 5% raise.
Amazing. And you know, the way that we can really help you with that is by you participating on Monday nights in our free jewels chat, which you may also see that it says your time to shine. And it's a live stream that takes place from our team business page every single Monday night. So what it is every single Monday night, I do a live stream chat at 9 p.m. Eastern, 8 Central, 6 Pacific, with a member of our leader team, typically. Sometimes it's a panel, sometimes it's most often it's me and one other person. And in that chat, we are simply sharing what we love about the business, the programs that we have here at Park Lane, a little bit about the background of the company, and how they can actually get started with us, doing a decider party, if they already have a party open, how much the kit is, like all of that is all part of this Monday night chat. It's like 20 to 30 minutes. And we do this for you every single Monday night so that even when you're brand new like yourself, you don't have to say to yourself, I can't really share the business with anyone because I barely know what I'm doing right now. Like, I don't know how I can explain it to someone else, right? So if it's me and Jen chatting, then it's the two of us sharing that business information on behalf of everyone on the team. Because then at the end of it, they are given a survey in the chat, comments. They fill out that survey. All the leaders have access to the survey, and we will let you know, hey, your, potential Fran filled out the survey. She said that she would like a decider party. We're going to help you get that party set up. We're going to do that party with that person with your help so that then they can join have a successful party, join the business under you. You can get a raise. So please participate in that free Jules chat. And again, just like a minute ago, I said how many of you did a decider party and now that's why you're here. How many of you participated in a free Jules chat and now you're here? Because I'm guessing it's a lot of you. So many people come to that Monday night live stream. Some of you may have come a couple of times because it's every Monday night. So some people come back a lot of times sitting on that fence, and maybe that was you. But this is how we help get people off the fence. And then we do a raffle every single week. Someone wins every single week. And then we're back on the following Monday night. So, all right, let's get this business going, everyone. Let's get your launch party going if it didn't get done already. Let's book you some more parties. Let's earn you some rich rewards. One of the things that we were just talking about, Jen and I, was how this business is really a business of relationships. Mm-hmm. And if you're thinking to yourself, I don't know enough, or I'm not a jewelry expert, none of that is as important as having relationship skills is. Okay. And Jen, you're just so extra good at this. And we, at our convention in January, we even had a great training on the importance of the two types of relationships that are part of this business. New relationships, mm-hmm. as well as nurturing the relationships that we have. So Jen, what would you share with everyone on that?
Yeah, I think it's so important that we stay human, right? And we remember that, yes, a lot of our business for many of us does take place here online. But we need to remember that at the end of the day, we're talking to people and we want to come at it from a very friendly people standpoint, just like you are going to meet somebody out in public, right? If you're going to meet somebody out in public, you're not just going to send a long script and send a whole bunch of information all at one time. You're going to say, hey, how are you? How are your kids doing, right? Oh my gosh, I know that Johnny's playing baseball right now. What position is he playing? My son's a catcher, right? And then you're going to wait for a response. That is so important for us to remember, that we're talking to people and to treat it as that, whether you are having a conversation in person or online. So that really is the nurture part first of, have a whole bunch of people that maybe you want to connect with to let them know about your new and exciting jewelry business. But remember first that you want to communicate as a human, right? You want to start that nurturing of the relationship. And maybe you're going to have to take a couple steps backwards to build that relationship back up of, oh my gosh, we haven't talked since college. Do you remember? And fill in the blank, maybe a memory that you had together. Or, oh my gosh, I always remember we used to go get milkshakes at that one place, right? Wasn't that so fun, right? And maybe you're just going to build that connection first. And then the natural conversation is, what are you up to now, right? And when that question comes back to you, then you can comfortably say, I just started a new business with Park Lane Jewelry, and I'm so excited. Actually, I have a customer group. Can I add you to it so you can just see what I'm up to? Doesn't that feel so much better than just like, oh my gosh, I started a new business and hey girl, and you should join me, and no. So consider that as you are getting started and as you are starting those messages. Now, the other part of that is that we have a whole interwebs of new people, right? Of people that like you don't know. And it also starts with a conversation, maybe a compliment. When you're in the grocery store and you notice somebody's earrings, right? Maybe you're going to say, oh my gosh, girl, I love those earrings on you. Or that top looks so cute on you. I love it, right? That's what you do in the normal world. You can do that same thing here, all right? So maybe you're going to say, oh my gosh, the way that those earrings just make your face sparkle in your profile picture is so great. Do you love jewelry like I love jewelry? And then stop. Don't say anything else, right? Let them respond and then start a conversation, right? Maybe you are looking at their profile and you love the way that they show up on social media. Hey, I just want to compliment you. I love the way that you are posting on social media. And I love the way that you're, have a great, kind influence here on the internet. I just wanted to let you know that today. Right? Yeah. What would you do if you got that message? You would just be like, oh, what? Right. That's such a sweet compliment. So be a little light, be a little kindness out in the world. And we can do that very easily through those connections. Now, here's the really great part of now, how do you turn that into a business ask? Okay. How do you then turn that into getting people in your VIP group, booking parties, and sharing the business? Well, we have a tool for that. We call it our Ask campaign, and you are going to get a series of text messages that are going to help you through a 30-day time period that are going to build on these skills for you to help you to navigate these types of conversations. So if that's something that you're like, yes, I'm in, I want to do that, you're going to text Michelle, which you probably have already gotten a welcome text from her. So you can go right back to that, and you're just going to put the word ask, ASK. That's it. Nothing else. Just ask. Okay. If you don't have the number, it's 516-400-1212. And you're just going to put the word ask. And then you'll start being prompted through some incredible trainings and resources that are going to help you to go through all of these things.
Yeah, I hope that you find that super helpful. Because this business is, there's new skills that you're building. It's no different than any other job. So those of you that are kind of feeling like, oh my gosh, I'm a little nervous, just know that, like, first of all, your body doesn't know the difference really between nervous and excited. It's the same feeling. So if you feel nervous, just know that that's the same as excited. Take that feeling and put that energy into learning some new skills. And that Ask campaign will really help you with that. And so will using resources that we have for you. So the one resource we talked about is that Monday night free Jules chat, which takes place on our team business page. Now, I just want to make sure that you understand there are two things called Team Shine On. One is this group. So right now you are watching this training probably on a live stream within our Team Shine On group on Facebook. So that is a private group. The only people in this group are the people on this team. So this is a private place. Anything, like, you can't, if you hit the share button on anything in here, no one will see it unless they were also in the group. So what we also have is a Team Shine On business page. And you may have already participated in things on that page. The business page is a public profile page, a public business page. That's where we do special fun events. Like, have you participated in a party that we've done from that page? And then had all kinds of, like, there was the early bird ordering raffle, and then there was the grand prizes. That's all on a public business page. If you hit the share button on that and sent it to your personal profile, everyone on your personal profile would be able to see it. If you click the share button on a live and put it into your Facebook group, your VIP group, they will be able to see it because it's a business page that is public. So Monday nights, we always hit the share button, put the free Jules chat in there because you never know who wants information. Whenever we do a team event, whenever there are bonus lives, like when the Sparkle Box comes out and one of the stylists shows it, hit that share button and share it out. That is something that we do in order to help your customers see more than you have, a different face, a different voice, a different piece of jewelry, all of that. Now, the other thing that we have for you is resources that you will use, and that we have for you in Boards. So Boards is a free app. You can pay for it, but you don't have to pay for it. You can use a free version. It'll be a little more limiting as far as the features that you'll have, but you can absolutely use these resources. And then if you find like, all right, I'm using this a lot, I would like the rest of the features, then you can go ahead and do the paid version. But Boards is a free app that houses all of the materials that we have for you. New stylist training, additional materials, party scripts, the replay of every Tuesday Lunch and Learn, so that if you are at work on a Tuesday in the middle of the day, which is quite normal, then you can watch the replay sometime later that day or that evening. So that's what Boards look like. It is simply Boards. And then when you open it, you're going to see Team Shine On, and that's the board you're going to use. We're giving you a link that will take you straight here. And then Boards is always updating because every month we have new daily content for you. Every month we have new party scripts. Sometimes every week we have new party scripts for you. So you can use Boards from your phone. You can use it from your computer. I'm going to do a quick screen share, actually. No, leave studio. Is this it? Yes, share screen. All right, so now I'm going to share the screen here to show you these boards. So Boards has for you, we have a committee that keeps this up and running. So every time you come back to Boards, it might look a little different because if there's a whole new jewelry thing that comes out, we often make a board for it. When the Pantone colors change for the season, we'll have a new party script there for you. But this one, New Stylists Start Here. You're going to find lots of helpful info in here for you for new stylists. So come back and check that. Lunch and Learns. Every previous Lunch and Learn is here for you. So if there's a topic that you need, or you missed the Lunch and Learn, or you want to join the live Lunch and Learn and you forgot where the link is, that's all in the Lunch and Learn board. Every month we update the Sparkle Box board so that there are new pictures for you to share and new little reels. We have all the party scripts are in here so that when you want to run a party in your VIP group or in a separate Facebook group for a hostess, or you want to start the party in Messenger and do the live in your VIP group, that's this one, Messenger Party with Hostess. Everything is continually updated so that there is never a problem with what am I posting? What am I doing? In fact, one of the best resources in here also is the daily content. So every month, Jeanette makes there's going to be the February content folder. There's the March, the April, the May. At the end of a month, Jeanette puts up the next month. And then
you're still in party scripts.
Right. Okay. I was actually just looking to exit out of here.
Okay. Sorry.
They changed some.
I know.
Settings have been changed in the streaming, so I can't seem to continue. Stop sharing. Here we go.
There we go.
Goodness gracious. So the daily content at the end of a month, the next month pops up. And then you have a post for your VIP group for every single day of the week, as well as for if you have a personal, like a public business page. I recommend both so that new people can find you also. And you can put the same or different. You can put, I always do like this Tuesday's post in one spot and then make that the following week's post on my business page. You can pre-schedule them. You can do all the things from Boards. Now, you can copy and paste from boards, or you can use the board's keyboard, right? So Jen, for those that like the keyboards, tell them about that.
Yeah. So on your phone, when you're in ready to post, you're going to go to like in your group, right? You may go to when you're going to post, and then on your keyboard, you'll have the globe down at the bottom. If you just hold on to that, then your keyboards are going to all pop up here. And then the boards one for me is at the bottom. So when I click that, look, there's boards. So then I can go to the, any daily content or whatever is available. And then I can say, oh, it's this or that Thursday. I'm going to choose the this or that. And then when I tap the words, they automatically come available. I'm going to copy and post the photo here, and then boom, done. Now I do recommend, maybe you're going to change the words a little bit or make it sound like you or something like that. You can definitely do that as well, but so easy to get to this point and then do a quick edit, change some things around a little bit, and you're done, ready to post. And you can go about your day if you're doing it daily, or schedule it, and then you have it done for the week or the month.
Yeah, to sit and schedule it really takes so much pressure off. Like if Sunday nights you like to sit down and do that week, or at the end of a month you like to just do the whole month, whatever works for you. But anything that has me not doing something every single day is a win for me. Definitely. And just so that you know, we're the only team in all of Park Lane that has a resource like that, the daily content available to the whole team to use. So please make sure that you're doing that, because it gets your VIPs in the routine of coming to your group, seeing what's there, engaging, participating. It keeps you building relationships, right? So when people are like, oh, I like that better. If you know other pieces they have, yes, those earrings would definitely go so well with the blah blah you just bought. And it's just
it's a passive way of that nurture, right? Yes. Where you can take that conversation into, a DM.
Yep. Or when they start really building up a lot of things. I love both. Mm-hmm. Now, maybe you're asking them if they want to have a show. Maybe they've never had one. Maybe it's been a long time since they had one. Maybe they want to come to a show. You just don't know, but that's what all of this allows you to do. And it's just fun, right? They join your group to have some fun. So have some fun with people. So that's the boards. I mean, there's way more to that. There's a dedicated lunch and learn actually with boards training that you can even look at as well. But the only way you're going to get comfortable with using that is to get in there and just do it. Because at one point, all of us were new at boards, and as somebody who came into the boards game late, I mean, I really did. I came in later than Jen did and just started clicking stuff and started copying and pasting. And before you know it, you're like, oh, this is great. This is easy. So, and that's true of almost everything. This whole business is a business of you learn it when you need to learn it, right? Because right now you're like, oh, I don't know how to sign someone up. Well, you probably don't have anybody ready to sign up right now, right? But when you do, then your leader is going to say, oh, great. Is she already set up as a hostess? Okay, great. We're going to click this. You're going to click that. She's going to sign up. You're going to send in the show. Bam. And then you know it. So right now you don't know how to use boards because you didn't need to learn it. Well, now you do. So you'll learn that next. So it's just, I know that sounds so almost like dumb, like you learn it when you need to learn it. But if you try to learn everything up front first, you're never going to get anything done. The most important thing to do is just to start doing, invite people to your group, invite people to your launch, invite people to your follow-up launch, to your next party. In fact, that ask campaign that you're going to text me the word ask, ASK to 516-400-1212 is going to help you with that. And in the boards, there are lots of word choices. I will say that when you reach the part where someone says, yeah, I'll have a party, there are definitely word choices that work really well. I've been doing the same conversation when it comes to that, honestly, since 2003. For those of you that don't know, I've been in direct sales for this June will be 26 years. I've been in Park Lane for 12 of those 26 years. And these word choices work. Jen uses them too. She's been here for what are we up to now?
Almost 10. It'll be 10 in August. So
Yeah,
9
that's what I'm thinking. I feel like this is
10. Yeah.
because when someone says, yeah, I'll have a party, that's still not quite a booking. When they have chosen a date and a time and you wrote that inside of your calendar, that's when you have a booking. So I know that what I like to say is, so let's say I'm doing someone's order, back and forth on Facebook Messenger. It's an online party. And now I've been working with their wish list. I like to say, Jen, why don't you let me set you up a party group just like this? Kathleen is getting over $400 worth of free and discounted jewelry, and I know you would as well. I'd love to give you an extra gift, maybe something from your wish list. What do you think? So let's say she says, okay, that sounds good. The next thing to say is simply, okay, great. Were you thinking about a weekday or a weekend? Because say it's an online party. Were you thinking about a weekday or a weekend? I guess a weekend is better. All right, I have Sunday the 17th, and I have Sunday, I don't know what is Sunday the 7th and Sunday the 14th, which is better. And then they usually will pick one of those two. Mm-hmm. So you're offering the next two dates that you have, and they'll pick one of those. If you're talking about an in-person party, then you're saying, all right, so were you thinking about, a weeknight or a weekend? Oh, I guess, weeknights are kind of busy with the kids. Let me do a weekend. All right. Were you thinking about like a Friday night girls' night out or a daytime brunch and bling? And they go, ooh, a brunch sounds fun. All right. I have Saturday the 10th and I have Sunday the 21st, which is better. And then they pick a date. Mm-hmm. So giving the two choices is really where I think it helps people out, right? Because why do you feel like that works so well, Jen?
Well, I think that it's just a part of our communication style. I think about when you go to the dentist, when you go to the doctor's office, right? Like that's exactly what they do. So it's something that they're accustomed to hearing. And when you just are focused, then they're not thinking about, Flag Day and Boxing Day and all of these things that are so arbitrary in a calendar that it's like, that means nothing to us having a couple hour girls night. People just kind of overthink those things. And so when we can have clarity for them, it helps them to make a decision. And it also helps you to be in control of your calendar, which I think is very important as well, because what's the best day to book? Well, the best day to book is what works for you and your calendar. For me, maybe that's a Sunday or a Thursday, but maybe Thursday is completely not available for you. Well, guess what? Then you're not offering a Thursday. You're offering a Saturday instead. So what's best day to book is what's available for you. And so for you to be in control of your calendar and to help yourself be running a real business, to show people that you're in control of your calendar is going to just level up who you are as a business person. And I think that that's really important.
Yeah. I mean, you're allowed to book the dates that you want to book. So anytime you have, a month that you're now working to book, the first thing you do is work out when you can't work, right? This is my cousin's bridal shower. We have show tickets on this night. We have awards day for the kids. We have this, we have that, right? So you cross those out. Mm-hmm. And unlike with your regular job, where you now have to ask your boss if you can have off, you already asked yourself. You didn't need any permission. You just do it. So now what's left is what's available. So if, I will not do shows really. I don't personally do in-person shows on Saturday nights because I just don't find they're successful. I think people think they want to come. Then when their husband says you want to go out to dinner, they do that instead. So I kind of put the kibosh on Saturday nights a long time ago. So if someone says to me, oh, I was hoping for a Saturday night, I say, oh, I'm sorry, that's not available. And then they pick from what is available. Yep. So whether that's going to be the same night all the time, Jen mentioned Sundays and Thursdays. That's pretty much what I do. I do online shows on Thursdays and Sundays. And then for in-person, I offer Friday nights and then daytime on Saturdays or Sundays for brunches, unless it's the summer. But again, these are decisions that I am making for my lifestyle and family. You're going to do the same. Remember with online shows, that you can maximize your sales by doing multiple hostesses in the same party. So one of the reasons I love to use the party script called Messenger Party with Hostess is that if I want to have 3 hostesses in my online party on a Sunday night, I have a messenger chat for Casey, a messenger chat for Robin, a messenger chat for Jennifer in 3 different groups, chatting it up with their guests. But then the live takes place in my VIP group. All of those guests watching along with my VIPs. And now all of those people order on those individual links that are in their chats. Yeah. So I can have 3, 4, that's probably the most, because then it gets a little much in the messenger. But, you know, you can have a few shows. And could you imagine doing multiple hostesses each week? 1 live, multiple shows. That's a lot of money that you can make doing it all at the same time. You also only have to do your hair and your makeup once, set up your jewelry once, put it away once. Fantastic. For those of you that work full time, this is a great way to maximize your time. It is a great way maybe you're divorced and you have your kids, like they're gone every other weekend. Maybe you do like a bunch of shows just that one weekend. You did your whole month's worth of the work the weekend that the kids were with their dad. Like, so I'm just throwing some things out there so that you understand that this is your business. It's your business to schedule. It's your business to goal set. And that's where I want to leave us off tonight, is your goal setting. Because when I started in direct sales 26 years ago, I was a teacher on maternity leave, and I had one goal. That goal was to make $600 so that I could pay the COBRA on our health insurance. That was going to enable me to extend my maternity leave. So my son was born in November. I had FMLA all that time. Now the summer was coming, and it was like, oh no, when school starts in September, I don't want to go. How can I do that? I had to have the money for the COBRA because we were on my health insurance in those days. So if I could do something to make $600, my business was a success. So the girl who had done my party, this was again before I was with Park Lane, told me she made $200 when she did my party. So I said, all right, I guess that means if I do 3 parties a month, I'll make $600. And then that's exactly what I did. 2 of my college friends and Anthony's cousin had parties, and I made $600. And it was like, oh, well, if that's how it is, I guess I only left my house 3 times, and it was so much fun. So I was like, all right, maybe I can make $1,000. I'll do 5 parties. Then the next month, somebody else wanted to join. And I was able to identify success. I was able to celebrate success, and I was able to stay focused on my own success. It didn't matter if somebody else sold, $10,000 that month, because it didn't make me feel any less successful. When I ran into somebody in the grocery store and they said, oh, you're still on maternity leave. How's it going? Oh, I actually started a new business. I'm still home. Really? How's it going? Oh my gosh, I love it. I do a few parties a month. I get out of the house, I have fun, and I'm paying this COBRA. It's amazing. Really? Do you have a catalog? I'd love to look at your website. Maybe I should have a party. As opposed to being like, yeah, I guess it's good. Like, I only sell like, I only make like $600 a month. There's other girls making a lot more, and they're probably better at it than I am. And that girl in the grocery store is like, oh, I guess it's not that great then. Right? Whereas I was celebrating my success. We want to celebrate your success, right? Jen had a goal when she first came on board. I don't want to take the words. You say.
That's okay. My goal was to pay off our student loan, or my student loans. When my husband and I got married, I was carrying those into our marriage. And when I joined Park Lane and was invited in by my best friend, we had a 3-month-old and a 2.5-year-old, and really kind of started to realize that, these kids were going to start costing us money. And so we wanted to get rid of that payment of the student loan as quickly as possible. And so having this, and I was working full time. And so we could really identify this stream of income of Park Lane very specifically to pay off those student loans. And we were able to do that very quickly. And that was the goal when I started. Well, here we are 10 years later, right? Our goals change, and my goals have changed, and we've used our Park Lane money for a lot of different things over the years. And having that conversation with Michelle and saying, or whoever your leader is, and saying, hey, this is our goal right now. Can you help me work backwards so that we can attain and achieve that goal, right? when you have that conversation, it is so powerful, because then, just like Michelle said, then you get to celebrate, and we want to celebrate with you. And I promise you that every little goal that is achieved in our family, I am messaging Michelle and I am saying, oh my gosh, look at this goal that we just met, right?
Yes.
We're going to stop for a moment and we're going to celebrate and say, woohoo! And then on to the next goal.
Amazing. So bottom line, share what that goal is with your leader so that you can kind of have like a success plan appointment, right? Like there's a brochure that kind of goes over some check marks of like, okay, I went to new stylist training. I had my launch party. I did my follow-ups today. Like, we want to help you with those business skills. So please, the second this live stream is over, message your recruiter and your leader and say, hey, I just went to new stylist training. I learned XYZ, and let them now help you with more, because this is the tip of the iceberg. They're going to tell you more about the Tuesday Lunch and Learns. They're going to tell you how on every Thursday I come on and do recognition of the week's achievements, as well as some suggested action steps for the upcoming week, maybe some new resources or new specials that we just learned about. They're going to make sure that you know and are participating in the events from the team business page. All of these things that go on. We have a raffle every week for business supplies that goes on, and like all kinds of great things. And we want to make sure that we know what your goal is. And more importantly, we need to make sure that you know what your goal is. Because if you just put into the chat, my goal is extra money, we need more. Because extra money disappears. We don't know where it goes. We don't know when we should have celebrated about it. We don't know where it even is. We want to help you identify a number and how that number is going to be used. Is it going to savings? Is it paying down a credit card? Is it going towards a family vacation? Do you need a car payment? Is it orthodontia that your kids need? Is it an expensive baseball or dance camp your daughter wants for the summer? Is it that you want a second home out of the cold weather, or a cool weather place if you live somewhere hot in the summer? Like, there's so much. Every one of those things I just said is something that this team is paying with their Park Lane money, and we want to help you with that as well. So thank you so much for joining in tonight. I hope that this was helpful. I hope you have pages of notes, and I really hope that you reach out to your leader for the next step of discussion that's going to bring you success. So Jen, thank you so much for coming on tonight and helping the whole organization get off to a great start in your business. And I really look forward to seeing every single one of you on all of our team events and upcoming trainings. Have a great rest of your night, everybody.